Hey guys, welcome back to Yoke and Spoke. So today I thought I'd take you through a little yoga class. It's a stretching routine based on yin yoga. And we're going to be targeting the hips, the back, groin, all those areas, the ITB, all those areas that we tend to get a little stiff in from our cycling. So mixing up stretching, yoga, cycling, they're all the things that I like to do, and they keep my body in tip-top condition as well as eating very healthy. Okay, so for this class, just having a mat, I will do use straps and these routines and bolsters and rollers and blocks and stuff. So if you don't have any of those, you can still sort of make use with some other things lying around home, but I would suggest getting at least a block and a roller and a strap if you're going to get into some stretching. Rolling's obviously handy for rolling out those sore bits as well. Okay, let's head on down to the mat and get into it. Let's bring our hands to prayer. Closing the eyes, sitting tall. Starting to connect with the body and the breath, popping the hands on the knees. We'll continue to sit here for a bit and enjoy some time to ourselves. Okay, so we're going to start with the half straddle pose. So for this one, it's good to have, I like having the roller handy and a bolster. Maybe you'll need a block as well. So we take the legs out nice and wide. Then we'll bring the right foot in. Now you don't want to bring it all the way to the groin. You actually want it out sort of around that far from the groin. And then the roller can go actually under that knee. I find that bit of grounding does help to support it. And then we just drop forward, and then we've got our bolster handy. We can sort of drop down to that and maybe a block on top of that. It would be good to finish it off. So you get a sort of a bit of a gentle stretch through the groin, a little bit through the back of the leg. This bent leg, we're getting into that gallbladder region and the hip. So we'll just settle into it. And as you feel yourself getting more open, you just sort of try and go a bit lower. You want to keep the pressure on the stretch. Slowly coming back upright, and we'll just move things aside. Straighten out your legs, just give them a little bit of a shake there. Let that settle. So I hope you're getting through the COVID and everything that's going on at the moment out there. Seems to be picking up a little bit once again. But as I've said a lot of times on here and in the studio, build up the immune system with vitamin C, D3, zinc, astragalus, quercetin, NAC. These are all things that are being used in the natural therapies to combat the flus and COVID and all that sort of stuff. Okay, let's try the other side. So I'll take the legs out nice and wide. Left leg comes in, again not all the way in, but just to a point around 6 inches from the groin. Chock up the knee. You don't have to chock the knee up, by the way, that's just an optional thing. And then we just sort of work our way down. Find that happy place. Slowly coming back up, and we'll just again release that. And of course the other big thing for the immune system is releasing stress through what we're doing right now. Stress is the biggest thing that affects the immune system. So from here we're going to move into a back bend. You can either use the bolster or a block for this one. It's the supported bridge pose. I like the bolster just because it's a bit softer and it's kind of got a bit of bigger curve, but the block is a bit lower, so it just depends on your back with this one. So we come down onto our back, raise the hips, slot the prop underneath our sort of seat bones is where you want them to be. If it's too high, you're going to feel pressure in the lumbar. Well, you will anyway, but it'll be like too much. And if it's too low, you won't feel anything. So it's, again, finding that place where you're feeling something but not pain. So it's a nice back bend. It's not quite as strong as some of the others. And it also opens up the pelvis if you're in a deeper position. Sliding the feet up behind the bolster, raising the hips and just popping them to the side. And we'll bring the knees into the chest and wrap the hands around them, just a little bit of rocking side to side. Alright, so the next one we're going to do is got two parts to it. We'll be doing a shorter version on the ITB band, and then we're going to do a longer version on the groin. So the way we're going to set this up, we're going to do our right leg first. So you need to put a prop to your right, sort of out to, this is where your right leg's going to end up on the second part. And then we grab our strap. So the bolster's sort of out from the hip, that's where we're going to land that hopefully. So I'll pop the strap onto the ball of the right foot, and you can see I've just got it doubled up here. The first part we're going to just grab both ends in the left hand, right arm's out to the side, left leg is straight, and then we very slowly take that leg across the body. Not rolling at all, just trying to isolate the movement of the leg. Back to the centre. So we'll change the hands. Once you've got this down onto the resting on the bolster, you'll be able to release the strap. So we'll just pop it on over, plonk it down there. You're just using the strap to keep the leg sort of pulled up as much as possible. And then we relax. So if the bolster's too low, you might have to put something higher up there. If you've got a couch nearby, maybe you go onto the couch. Beauty of online, you can utilise other things in your home. Okay, just bring that leg back up and we'll release that one. Just rest up for a moment. Yeah, we'll just change the bolster to the other side. Grab hold of the strap and we'll pop it onto the left foot. Push that foot up to the ceiling. So right hand first, left arm out to the side, bottom leg straight, and we slowly take it over to the side. Back to the start, swap hands, right arm out to the side, over to the other side. Slowly coming back up and release. Okay guys, we're going to utilise this wall here and do a hip stretch. So just sidle over somewhere in your house to a wall, and what we do here is we've got to butt up the hip, so we'll start off with the left hip right up against that wall, and then we do a little swivel over and bring the legs up the wall like so. So we're going to pause here for a couple of minutes because this is a really good posture, and you get a slight stretch through the back of the legs, and you want your butt right up against the wall for this first bit. And if you happen to be doing this in the afternoon when usually we're feeling a little tired, this can be a nice one to utilise that. So we'll move into the next part, which is the hip stretch. Now you may have to bring the hips off the wall a little bit depending on your flexibility. The more flexible, the further off you have to come. And then we'll pop the left foot across the right thigh just below your knee there, and then we slide that top foot down the wall. That's when you're going to start feeling that stretch. Now if you're too close, your lower back might lift off. That's your indicator to move back a bit. And then you sort of pull the tailbone down towards the floor, and that will increase the stretch, and then you can relax. So I'm feeling a really nice stretch there. This is actually one of the best ones, I think, out of all the hip stretches. No pressure on the knee. You can control how far you want to go into it. Everybody can do this one. Sliding the foot back up and just release the other one. I'll just rest up here for a bit, let that settle. Really feel some energy go into that hip once you come out of it. Alright, so pop the right ankle over the left thigh, slide that left foot down, tailbone's pulling towards the floor. And slowly release. So just drop the knees to the chest, we'll just roll over onto the side and come out of here. And you can just rest up in Shavasana or just stay on your side for a little bit. And then we'll settle back into Shavasana. And let that settle. Just letting go. Already really relaxed now. De-stressed. So now our immune system can go to work. I think it's bring a little movement back into the feet and hands. Working your way over onto your side now. Alright guys, just coming up into a seated position. And just enjoying that lovely relaxed feel we've found ourselves in. So I like to do a yin routine at least twice a week. It's such a nice way of opening up your body from cycling, getting rid of those aches and pains that we can get. And then some active yoga is good as well, just to strengthen up the body, especially the upper body. Yoga does tend to strengthen the upper body quite a lot, so that's an area that's totally missing in cycling. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Questions, comments, they're all good. And we'll enjoy this lovely combination of yoga and cycling. Thanks for watching.